Hello, and a very warm welcome to VitaPrime Health for Seniors. I'm Victoria Langford, and I'm speaking to you today from Cambridge, where I have had the great privilege of spending my career studying health and longevity. I want to thank you for joining me. If you're here, it's because you believe that the best years are still ahead of you, and I couldn't agree more. Today, we are going to dive into a topic that is so simple, so fundamental, that we often overlook it: breathing. We breathe an average of 20,000 times a day without even thinking about it. It's an unconscious act that keeps us alive. But what if I told you that this unconscious act holds the key to unlocking a healthier, more vibrant you? What if the simple power of your breath could help you manage stress, improve your focus, and even contribute to a longer life? I want you to listen to this entire episode because we're going to move from simple science to the most profound, life-changing practices you can use to harness this power. The most crucial information, the steps you can take today, are waiting for you at the end. While you're listening, I'd love for you to ask a question. What's one health challenge you're facing, or a question you've always had about vitality as you age? You can share it in the comments below, and let's build this community together. To begin, let's try a little experiment. I want you to find a comfortable position, whether you're sitting in a chair, standing, or even walking. Just take a moment to settle in and notice your natural breath. Don't change it, just observe. Now, let's try a simple technique. I want you to breathe in deeply through your nose, hold it at the top, and then take in just a little bit more air, a tiny extra sip, and then let it all out with a big, satisfying sigh. Feels like a mini reset, doesn't it? Just notice how that lands in your body. Pause for a moment, and then let your natural breath kick back in through your nose if you can. It's a nice little way to ease into things. That simple act is called the physiological sigh. It's something your body is designed to do naturally, often unconsciously, a few times a day when it feels stressed or anxious. But we can use it deliberately as a tool. The science behind this is fascinating. Our lungs are full of tiny air sacs called alveoli, which are responsible for the vital exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our body. Over the course of the day, with all our shallow breathing, stress, and poor posture, these tiny sacs can begin to stick together because of surface tension. But that simple, powerful sigh we just did, it pops those sacs open, helping to keep your lungs in great shape for better oxygen and CO2 exchange. It's your body's built-in maintenance crew. This simple act is what the human potential specialist Samuel Whiting calls boosting your lung integrity. Now, why does this matter for us? For those of us who have lived a little longer, our bodies have been through a lot. Our respiratory systems may not be as elastic as they once were. But the physiological sigh is a powerful way to counteract this subtle decline, to keep our lungs healthy and our energy high. It's a foundational practice for anyone looking to maintain their vitality. And the benefits of this simple act go far beyond just the lungs. A study from last year tied breathing directly to how well our brains work. Researchers compared reading on a smartphone versus reading a paper book. The paper book won hands down for memory and recall. Why? Because the blue light from screens messes with our natural sigh mechanism, overworking the thinking part of our brain and preventing those mini resets. So, a simple act like putting down your phone and picking up a good book can be a natural way to integrate this life-changing technique into your day. But before we go further, I want to talk about another pressure point that so many of us face as we age: the slow, subtle toll that time takes on our bodies. You might feel a little less energy, a few more aches and pains, and a general sense that your body isn't repairing itself as quickly as it used to. This is a real biological challenge. As we get older, our body's natural renewal and repair processes slow down. This is directly tied to the number of stem cells circulating in our bloodstream, the body's master cells that help repair and maintain optimal health. It's a quiet problem that can lead to a less vibrant life. But what if there was a way to help your body's natural repair process? The solution is Stem Active, a premium stem cell supplement. Stem Active is designed to support your body's natural ability to renew and repair itself. This isn't just a shot of energy, it's about helping your body from the ground up. Stem Active contains powerful ingredients like Madagascan aloe macroclada, which has been shown to produce an average increase of 40% in the number of circulating stem cells. It also includes Tibetan sea buckthorn extract, which can increase circulating stem cells by 33%. These ingredients work together to help support your body's natural renewal and repair process as you get older. If you want to feel the power of a revitalized you, now is the time to act. Scan the QR code on your screen right now or click the link in the description. Again, that's Stem Active, a premium stem cell supplement. Now let's get back to our conversation. The physiological sigh is just one tool in a vast and powerful toolkit. And the incredible thing is that these techniques aren't a new age fad. They are rooted in ancient wisdom and modern science. Think about the practices of yoga and meditation. For thousands of years, practitioners have used controlled breathing, or pranayama, to achieve a state of calm and clarity. Science is now catching up, validating what our ancestors knew instinctively, that our breath is a direct link to our nervous system. When you feel stressed or anxious, your nervous system is in a state of fight or flight. Your heart rate goes up, your muscles tense, and your breathing becomes shallow and quick. This is a natural response, a remnant of our evolutionary past, when we needed to be ready to run from a tiger. But in our modern world, we're often in this state because of traffic jams, difficult emails, or a nagging worry. The breath is our secret weapon to shift this. By taking slow, deep breaths, you can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, or the rest and digest state. This sends a signal to your brain that everything is okay, lowering your heart rate and calming your mind. It's a simple biofeedback loop you can control. I've seen this work in my practice time and again. I had a patient, a lovely woman I'll call Eleanor, in her late 70s. She had always been a worrier, and as she got older, her anxiety had begun to spiral. She was having trouble sleeping, her blood pressure was rising, and she felt a constant knot in her stomach. I introduced her to a simple 4-count breathing technique. I told her to breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. We didn't even focus on deep breaths at first, just on the rhythm. After a few weeks of practicing this for just 5 minutes a day, she came to me with a beaming smile. She said she felt more in control of her anxiety than she had in years. She wasn't able to eliminate her worries, but she had a tool to manage them, to bring herself back to a state of calm. She told me it was like learning how to take the handbrake off her own life. The reason these practices are so powerful is that they strengthen the connection between your brain and your body. The stronger that link gets, the more you can consciously steer your state, whether you need to be more alert and focused or you need to relax and prepare for sleep. I had a patient I'll call Arthur, a retired engineer in his mid-60s. He felt as if his mind was getting foggier and he worried about his memory. He was trying all the usual things, crossword puzzles, brain games, but nothing seemed to help. I asked him to incorporate a simple box breathing practice into his day. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold the empty lungs for 4. He was skeptical at first, but he committed to it, practicing for 10 minutes every morning. After a few months, he came in and told me that his mind felt clearer. He was recalling names and details with a new ease. His wife even commented on how much more present he seemed in conversations. This wasn't just a mental game, he was changing his brain chemistry through his breath. He was building his cognitive and physical resilience. Another myth is that breathing practices are only for when you're feeling stressed. The truth is, the most powerful effects come from daily practice, even when you feel perfectly fine. It's like exercising your muscles. You don't just lift weights when you're weak, you lift them to stay strong. Consistent breathing practice builds a baseline of resilience that you can draw upon when life throws you a curveball. It gives you an inner calm you can access at a moment's notice. I worked with a woman named Helen, a vibrant 85-year-old who loved to garden. She had recently had a fall and was struggling to recover her balance and strength. The physical therapist was working on her muscles, but she felt a deep sense of despair. I taught her what I call grounding breath. I told her to sit with her feet flat on the floor and her hands in her lap. With each inhale, I asked her to imagine pulling energy up from the earth through her feet, and with each exhale to release any tension or fear back down into the ground. It was a simple visualization, but it did something remarkable for her. It gave her a sense of control and stability when she felt physically vulnerable. It allowed her to face her physical therapy sessions with more courage and presence. It wasn't just about the physical recovery. It was about the emotional and mental resilience she was building through her breath. So, what does this all mean for us? It means that we have an incredibly powerful, free, and accessible tool right here, inside of us. It means that we can change our physical state, improve our mental clarity, and even contribute to our longevity, all through the simple act of conscious breathing. It's about building a better relationship with our body and learning to listen to what it needs. Common myths and misconceptions. Let's address a few common myths that often get in the way of a healthy breathing practice. Myth 1. You have to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth for every technique. Truth. This isn't necessarily true. While nasal breathing is generally recommended for its filtering and warming benefits, and many powerful techniques use it, some techniques, like the physiological sigh, specifically use the mouth for a big, satisfying exhale to release tension. The most important thing is to be mindful of what the technique is designed to do. Myth 2. Deep breathing is always the best. Truth. While deep breathing is a cornerstone of many practices, it's not always the goal. Some techniques, like those used in Wim Hof or Tummo, focus on fast, powerful breaths to create a specific physiological response. Other practices might focus on slow, shallow breathing. The key is to find the right tool for the right job, and to listen to your body and what it needs. Myth 3. I'm too old to change my breathing habits. Truth. This is a myth born of defeat. Your body is constantly adapting, and your breathing patterns can be changed at any age. It's like any other muscle you haven't used in a while. It just takes consistent, gentle practice. The good news is that even a few minutes a day can begin to make a difference in your stress levels and well-being. Myth 4. Breathing practices are just for spiritual people. Truth. While breathing techniques have a rich history in spiritual and meditative traditions, the science behind them is universal. They are tools for managing your nervous system, improving your physical health, and sharpening your mind. They are for everyone, regardless of their beliefs. Lifestyle integrations and daily practices. So, how can you integrate these powerful practices into your daily life? Here are a few simple ways. First, the morning breath. When you wake up, before you check your phone or a single email, take just 5 minutes to do a grounding breathing exercise. Sit on the edge of your bed, feet on the floor, and simply focus on your breath. This sets the tone for your entire day and helps you start from a place of calm and presence. Second, the stress buster. When you feel a moment of stress coming on, the phone rings with bad news, a difficult conversation is about to start, take a moment and perform a physiological sigh. 2 inhales through the nose, 1 big sigh out. It instantly signals your nervous system to calm down. Third, the nightly ritual. Before you go to sleep, practice a technique like box breathing for 5 to 10 minutes. This will help quiet your mind and prepare your body for a night of restful, restorative sleep. It's a powerful way to transition from the day's demands to a state of deep rest. Fourth, the movement breath. When you are exercising, whether it's walking or lifting weights, focus on your breath. Coordinate your movements with your breath. Inhale as you prepare for a movement. Exhale as you exert force. This not only makes you more efficient, but also builds that crucial brain-body connection we talked about. Question: why is a simple breath so important for our health as we get older? A simple breath is so important because it is a direct link to your nervous system and your overall physiological state. By consciously controlling your breath, you can shift your body from a state of stress to a state of calm, which in turn benefits everything from your blood pressure to your mental clarity. It is the most fundamental tool you have for managing your health. Question: What is a physiological sigh, and when should I use it? A physiological sigh is a breathing pattern that involves 2 inhales through the nose, followed by a long exhale. It is your body's natural way of resetting and releasing tension. You can use it deliberately whenever you feel a moment of stress or anxiety, or you can practice it every 5 minutes or so during your workday as a mini reset for your mind and body. Question: what is the science behind how breathing can help with memory? Breathing can help with memory because certain breathing patterns can stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. BDNF is a protein that helps to grow new brain cells and create new connections, which is essential for memory and cognitive function. Breathing also helps with blood flow to the brain, which is crucial for overall brain health. Question: is it safe to do breathing exercises if I have a health condition? If you have a pre-existing health condition, particularly a respiratory or cardiovascular one, it is always a good idea to consult with your doctor before starting a new breathing practice. Many breathing techniques are gentle and beneficial, but your doctor can give you personalized advice to ensure you are practicing safely and effectively. Question: what is the most important takeaway from this discussion about breathing? The most important takeaway is that you have a powerful tool for your health that you carry with you always. You don't need a gym membership or an expensive piece of equipment. You can begin to feel better, calmer, and more in control just by paying attention to and gently shaping your breath. The bottom line is this: breathing is more than just an unconscious act. It is a conscious choice. It is a tool for longevity, for vitality, and for well-being. By harnessing its power, you are taking an incredible step toward a healthier, more vibrant you. Thank you for trusting me with this important conversation. If this episode resonated with you, I would be so honored if you would hit that subscribe button right now. Your support ensures that we can continue to have these conversations that truly matter. And if you know someone, a cherished friend or a valued family member, who might find comfort, inspiration, or a new perspective from this episode, please share it with them. Your sharing helps us reach a larger community dedicated to thriving at every age.